Hello.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast.
We have the world's most requested guest today.
We really do.
The most cancelable guest. This is
Absolutely.
perfect. So fitting.
I'm so excited to dive into everything, sincerely. I think we could easily get Oprah on the podcast.
Possibly. Is she even doing TV anymore? Is she still working? What's she doing?
What is Oprah up to? She's on billboards all over Hollywood right now. I keep
She's got
seeing
a
her
network.
face.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, she posted yesterday for Tina Turner.
Well, yeah.
Matt Rife is here, and I'm really hoping you get canceled today and not me, and I'm starting that off like
Good luck. I wake up every single day somebody tries to cancel me. So
Absolutely.
try your
That's the
best.
thing. I feel like every time you try to go on a podcast, or every time you do go on a podcast, like we have
say
this
some stupid ass
stiff
shit.
talk situation. Are we allowed to talk about that?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Okay.
I don't mind.
We
So you
wanted
hate women?
after that. Yeah.
No, I hate cancel culture. This is what I hate more than anything. I don't support anybody who even believes in cancel culture. To be
Well, neither
honest.
do we. This is called
It's
Canceled.
the perfectly ironic podcast. I think it's brilliant.
Someone was telling me the other day that when they look up, like they were trying to actually look up like things I've been canceled for, but when they look up Tana canceled, the only thing that comes up is the podcast
That's
instead
genius.
of all my. And I'm not smart enough to think of that. Like that was not.
that
That's
was
what I
just
did
like a
for my-
convenient accident.
That's what I did for my first special, OnlyFans. I labeled it OnlyFans because I knew so many people were Googling if I had an OnlyFans.
I
So
was
it drove
Googling.
all the traffic to the special.
Wait, that's so smart. I always wondered why you did that. That's
Just
so
marketing.
fucking smart. I love to see it. Yeah, I wasn't smart enough to think of that. It was just a really happy accident for me.
God made it happen.
I think that is the coolest thing about being a comedian is like not apologizing, like not caring about canceled culture and just
Dude,
like
you can't. Like, the world is full of the most insane people in the entire world, and everybody wants to be mad at everything, and everyone's feelings hurt, or everyone's feelings are always hurt all the time. And I just don't have it in me to care anymore. I just don't. I'm sorry. I have a very select group of people in my life that I do care about their feelings.
Yeah.
I'm very selective about who I do give that energy to. If I were to care about 7 billion different people's individual feelings about their reaction to my jokes,
Yeah.
I'd kill myself.
you'd literally kill yourself.
Yeah, that's
100%.
insane. It's an impossible task.
I feel that. I think that like there was a second in my like YouTube era that I like succumbed to that and I was just apologizing left and right.
Absolutely
And I woke up
not.
one day and I was like, I don't want to live like this. There's certain things I guess that I've done at least that I needed to apologize for, you know, like failed conventions and shit. Well,
Of course,
But
I mean, there's moments to recognize that you've made mistakes and that you've learned from those. But after a certain point, like as you get older and the more mature you get, you recognize what's okay and not okay, and things that you've done in
Absolutely.
the past that aren't okay. But I think as long as you know your intentions are pure and you don't mean anybody any harm in these mistakes, it's everything's it's patchable. I suppose.
And there's a difference between actions and jokes, like
Yeah,
you're saying. You know what I mean?
jokes
Like
are
you
different.
do something that's awful, okay, fine. But like if everything you're saying is a joke and
Yeah.
people are like, I'm really trying to transition into that era of just saying whatever the fuck I want and not apologizing. So
You can't. People are gonna find problems in literally every single thing that you say,
Absolutely.
and you just have to ignore
Someone's
those people.
so mad right
those
now.
people don't matter. They really offer nothing
Yeah.
positive to society.
Yeah.
They just don't.
yeah, but the ones who keep the lights on, thank you.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the lights. A lot of extra lights in here, by the way.
So
Doing way too much.
It was so hard to get you on this podcast.
Sorry.
No. I respect it. I think it's cool. You're mysterious. You're elusive. You're busy. You're
I'm
doing.
just busy. The other two are not real.
But it adds to it. You know what I mean? It's like, what is Matt Rife doing? Why? He's like, I really just didn't want to go on the podcast.
No,
He's like,
just-
I honestly hate you guys.
He's
both.
just in fucking Toledo. Okay,
How is
vacation
that?
hotspot.
How is that touring constantly?
It's the biggest blessing ever. It's all, as a comedian, it's all you want for your entire career. Like the ultimate goal, all you can ever really ask for is to be booked every single weekend and get to travel the country, if not the world, with hopefully your best friends getting to make people laugh. Like that is the dream of every comedian. Anything that goes past that to where like theaters, stadiums, whatever is past that is all just extra. Like as a comedian, that's all you can really ask for is just
Absolutely.
to be busy. And this past month was actually like the 12-year anniversary I started doing stand-up. So it was like
Oh, wow.
11 and a
Oh,
half
wow.
years
How
of
old are
just
you?
eating shit. I'm 27.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you combat like the loneliness of touring?
Well, luckily now I get to travel with a couple of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I also just hired one of my other best friends as my tour manager. So I like surrounding myself with people that I can enjoy being wherever with those people, because yeah, it can get lonely. It can be boring. Sometimes you're in not so fun cities, or sometimes you have a not so fun show.
What's your least favorite city?
Atlanta. Fuck
That's
Atlanta
just so
with
specific.
everything in my being. Fuck that city, dude.
What'd
Why?
they do?
I've been performing there for about 11 years, I would say.
Yeah.
I've just never had a good time in that city. This city, here's the thing. I'm not trying to shit on the city as a whole. It just has nothing to offer me. I don't find it fun. There's nothing enjoyable about it to me. The crowds there are usually fine. They're not like extravagantly funny. I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to come back to this city. Some cities I'm like, dude, I'll move here.
Yeah.
I could be here for 6 months, do shows every single night. But no, but this actually, for this upcoming tour that we have coming up, we're doing like Augusta and we're doing Athens. I was like, I don't want to go directly to Atlanta anymore.
Yeah, that I completely understand. Last
Not
time
my
I was in
favorite one.
Atlanta for work, I was eating in a Waffle House and we left. And first of all, I bring it on myself for that. And we were leaving the Waffle House and these homeless people. No, but like it's like 2 a.m. You're in Atlanta. We're not in a good part of Atlanta, and these homeless people start chasing us all the way back to our hotel. And my grown ass manager at the time, like 30 years old, like left me in the dust, like for my own.
Later.
Like it was just like, bye, bitch. I was supposed to go on.
Were
like
you
wild.
like carrying leftovers from Waffle House or something?
Probably.
Just
he's probably
just drop
hungry.
it. Yeah, just give them the food.
Okay, but I don't think they wanted the food. I don't think that was this. I guess I don't know.
do you think
Maybe
they
were
wanted?
Yeah,
hungry.
did you ask?
But it wasn't giving we're hungry. It was giving like, come here, little girl. You know. I'm
Poor
dying
thing.
with or without the waffle. Let's be real. Like,
Aw.
you know.
But if I'm gonna die, it's for the waffle, I think.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Waffle House.
Their waffles are so good. I don't even care if a cockroach made it. You know what I mean?
Good. Oh, that's like the dirtiest kitchen you've ever seen. You look back there, and it's like 8 years worth of cooking utensils that have
Yes.
never been washed or anything.
There's
I'm still
always
gonna eat it every time.
bugs in Waffle Houses.
Have you guys seen the Waffle House, like the girl fighting at Waffle House?
You have to be
behind
way
the
more
counter?
specific. That's like
the
every
TikToks
week.
I've seen
You're
it,
right.
There's a
No,
video
there's a
every
video
week.
of a girl, like she literally picks up a chair, tosses it across Waffle House, like hits a
Again,
hits a little.
have to be more specific. Like people put
No,
people's
dude, that's
hands in
just so
irons.
common.
It's insanity.
Oh,
there.
okay. Well, then I'm.
But that's why you
late to
go
the
because
game.
you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like a fun, exciting.
part of the
like kind of like a
allure.
Cirque
It's
du
like
Soleil
a,
show with like a
yeah,
meal.
yeah.
What's it? Dinner and a show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like medieval times, but current. You
Yeah.
just fighting to the death while you eat a fucking burnt steak.
Have you ever been to medieval times?
One time, yeah, it's kind of awesome.
I
kinda
need to
love
try
it.
the mutton.
What the? Fuck
I'm
is
trying
a
to
mutton?
rebrand.
Wait, what is the mutton?
Like
Tana's
the big,
rebranding.
dude, gun to my head. The what animal is mutton? I'm dying every
Is
time.
Is it an animal?
I think it's a sheep. I think.
It's the
Is it a
it's like
sheep?
it's like the stick.
I've never
of
heard the
meat.
word mutton. Yeah, what's a mutton?
I know like mutton chops, like the sideburns
pork
kind of
chop?
things.
Oh.
No.
So far, so good.
Yeah, it's
so
not good for my
precious.
rebrand, but I need to try the mutton. We should do an episode from medieval times.
Oh, could
Absolutely.
you imagine? I want
You
to
guys
be
have
on
to
a
have
horse.
the gigantic turkey legs and use it as the microphone
That's
the
what
entire
the mutton.
time.
That's what
That's
I'm
a mutton.
That's
No,
what I'm
that's a turkey
No,
leg.
that's a.
But it looks like that.
It is. It looks like the exact.
It
same
looks
thing.
like that emoji.
What emoji?
You know the emoji. You know the emoji.
Which emoji?
The turkey leg emoji.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were not deep in the emoji game, are you?
I'm not.
She's even the Waffle House altercation game.
Did you just break?
Beast
Wow. Coming to you live from Waffle House.
The turkey
Wow.
leg would have been better.
Do you
So
think it
ratchet.
still works? For the audio listeners, the set is falling apart at the seams. 1 second.
Anyway, how long are you on tour?
Literally nonstop. I'm on my own tour right now, and then we have our giant Live Nation tour starting in September through May of next year. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
But we're playing like places I could have only dreamed of playing. Like,
Yeah.
not only do I get to go to Australia in January, which I've
Absolutely.
never been.
You're
dream
gonna
of
Never
it.
been to
love it.
Australia?
Never been. So
Me
excited.
The fans in Australia, like the people are so like feral, insane energy. I feel like you're gonna thrive so hard off of that.
I've heard they're like a great comedy audience.
Absolutely. Like, I feel like
one of the best in the world.
heckling on 10, which you obviously live for, kind of.
I
Right?
Do you
don't
like it or you don't like it?
I don't like it. That's not part of the show. People really think that's like the thing to do at the show, which is insane. It's like it's up to me. If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I will want to talk to you, but it's like you can't force it on somebody. That's insane. That's like the most.
Yeah.
That is the most like selfish, entitled thing ever. Somebody did a video recently where they were mad that I had to reschedule the comedy club shows in their city because I had to do a theater instead because I'm just getting so worn down from doing like 10 shows a weekend.
Yeah.
I've had to move some cities to bigger venues, and this woman was upset about that, understandably so. I have all the empathy in the world. I hate letting people down. I hate that they work so hard to get these tickets and now I have to reschedule. I understand that fully, and it sucks. But then the main thing she was mad about, and the thing that pissed me off, She was like, I got tickets to your show and I was coming to I was going to yell out. I was going to get your attention. I was going to make you roast me. I was going to get your attention no matter what. I'm like, that's the most entitled fucking thing anyone has ever said. You wouldn't go to a concert. You wouldn't go to you wouldn't go see Hamilton on Broadway in the middle of his speech be like, hey, roast me real quick. You'd be like, bitch, shut up. Thomas Jefferson is black. Okay. Can we just enjoy what the show is? It's so insane. People think that's really how it works.
Even the reason I ask you that, though, is because some of your greatest comedy work does kind of come
But that's why they do it. They see those videos and then they think like, oh, I want to be a little video.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I've said this exact statement so many times that that's not how it works. Be patient. And also, I don't want to talk to everybody. You also can't do crowd work with everybody.
Yeah.
Most people are not interesting and not funny.
Yeah.
So it's usually the people who want the most attention doing that have nothing to offer. It's always the best things was when it's spontaneous to everybody, myself included. When I talk to a random, look totally nonchalant person in the front row and they have some crazy story about how they were in a sex cult for 12 years. Where you're like, the most unexpected stuff is the best stuff. Don't force it. That's just annoying.
Yeah.
But I understand the confusion. And I try to explain the reason I post crowd work on social media is so that I'm not wasting material. Stand-up is about building an hour-long show that you take on tour, and then once you've perfected it to the best of your ability, you film it as a special. If I'm posting my material on social media and then you come see me live, you're going to see the same jokes. And that's not fair to you. I don't want to give you a show that you already kind of know half of.
Yeah, that's fair.
So did you just start over? Because you just did.
Yeah. And we're shooting my next one in September, actually.
Wait, I'm like, when?
Next special?
Yeah.
Wait, that's exciting.
At the Dar Theater in DC.
Do you switch it up or do you do like the same set every time?
Now?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm kind of working on the same set. But it's one of those things that a lot of the time only comics will know this. I can do the same set 20 times because I'm working on making that same show the best it can be. So I'm fine-tuning little tiny idiosyncrasy things. You could watch me do the same set 20 times in a row and you might not notice a single difference that each time I'm changing the inflection on one word in the entire bit
to get it perfect for the special.
Exactly. It is probably so minuscule. You and the audience members probably have no idea whatsoever. But you do have to do that. You have to keep doing the same stuff to make it perfect.
That's what makes people good at shit as well. You know what I mean? Perfecting your craft, absolutely.
But that's why I like doing crowd work. Even I get tired of working on the same jokes. It gets exhausting. It's just so it's memorizing a script over and over and over again. And you are changing it, but sometimes you want some spontaneity and kind of just see what happens.
Gay son or thought daughter?
Ooh. Gay son.
Marie.
Gay son for sure.
Why?
Okay.
I want him.
Do you think women should drive?
Do I think one question at a time? Jesus Christ.
Wait, why no thought daughter?
I don't know. It doesn't seem as fun. Gay son seems so much more fun. Like they're gonna be a good dancer.
That's a generalization.
Yeah, I feel like they'd be life of the party. My son could be drunk at 2 p.m. on a Friday. I really root for gay son. Yeah. There's so many fun aspects of it. Thought daughter, I can't think of the pros.
Yeah. You can't think of the pros?
She could be a good dancer.
She could have a podcast.
That's our whole house. It's just gay sons and thought daughters. No one has a father. No one has a fucking father.
Same. I also don't have a father. This is perfect.
I feel like it kind of makes for a funny comedian, no?
It's the key to success. Absolutely. You have to have some trauma. Whenever I meet somebody with a totally intact family, I'm like, what's your deal?
Yeah.
They're not funny.
Where's the trauma? Who hurt you? I need to know.
It scares me. It really does scare me. As you accredit trauma to kind of your sense of humor and whatever, but you also talk about your glow up a lot, which I just became aware of because I was asking people to ask you questions. Everyone's like, have him talk about his glow up.
It's brutal. It was life changing, and even I
Were you
don't
a little
understand
uggo?
it. Yes, up until not even that long ago. If you look at pictures of me at 19, completely different looking person.
Did you go to Dr. Huff Sapien down the street?
Literally
what
not
happened?
a single fucking thing. I just kept getting older, I guess.
Really?
And it's so funny.
it.
The only thing I've ever done is my teeth. I got veneers, obviously, because my teeth were fucked when I was a kid. But it's so fucking funny to me. It's people's number one online insult is like, well, at least I don't have plastic surgery. It's like, cool, neither do I.
Yeah.
I've had people who claim to be actual plastic surgeons and be like, oh no, he's had this filler, he's had all this. I'm like, cool.
That's nice.
So you're not only lying, but you're wrong at your job.
And they're also kind of gassing you. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I'm like,
They're
thanks.
saying,
Some people pay for this.
honored.
That's
I'd
so
like,
crazy.
They're saying you look like the after. I'm about to go in and show
Aw.
a pic of Matt Rife and be like, give me that cheek filler.
You're welcome.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Dr. G.O.D.
Yeah.
Matt said on a podcast he doesn't like lip filler.
I don't mind lip filler. Just don't go over top. Like don't be so ridiculous about
Don't be
it.
so. I have had eras of my life where my lips were 60% of my face.
No, fully.
It was
like
so,
the girl from Shark Tale. Oh my God, if I look back at an old photo, I'm like, who let that happen?
we were talking about this, I think, on this podcast. It was like from the front, I was like, yes, they're so juicy.
But
whatever.
you have a side
like,
profile.
And it just
On
in my
the
head, there was
side.
no side. Like there was a face here and a face here, and there was no side profile. And it was like from the side, my lips could have like gotten something from the fridge.
See,
like
I don't mind it. Just don't go overboard. Because also, like, I have gigantic lips, so it'd be nice if your lips match mine. You know, I don't feel like I'm eating your face.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Did you know that in the last year, rates of anxiety and depression have doubled in the United States? These days, it can take months to get a traditional therapy appointment. Traditional therapy visits are on average over $100 per session. That can add up to thousands of dollars a year. Cerebral is a 100% online mental health service that offers therapy and medication management for anxiety, depression, insomnia, stress, burnout, and more. Cerebral is here for anyone who's looking for help with their mental health, no matter where you are in your journey. Cerebral helps people with anxiety, depression, stress, insomnia, and more. If you feel like you're experiencing burnout or processing a major life event, Cerebral is care that's ready for you. It's 100% online. You take a brief questionnaire and get matched to a care team based off your needs and preferences through the Cerebral app. You can schedule your sessions, get your questions answered, and access additional mental health resources. Cerebral is one of the few services that provides medication management online through a licensed provider if clinically indicated. Connect with your therapist on your own schedule through your laptop or through the Cerebral mobile app. Schedule sessions based on what's most convenient for you. You don't have to wait weeks to be seen, and 80% of members can see a provider within 5 days. You can do your sessions on a laptop or a phone, so you can always find an area at home where you're most comfortable. Affordable treatments that are 1/3 the price of traditional therapy. Treatment options are available with or without insurance. Cerebral is in network with several insurers, and they're working every day to grow their partnerships. Within network, your monthly cost is even lower. Cerebral understands that finding a therapist is not a linear journey. If your therapist isn't a match, Cerebral will help you find a provider that meets your needs. And 50% of Cerebral's clinicians self-identify as people of color. It's important to Cerebral to have the diversity so everyone can get the treatment they deserve. Canceled listeners will receive an extra 50% off of their first month of therapy by going to Cerebral.com/canceled. That's Cerebral.com/canceled for 50% off your first month of therapy. For quality mental health care that's accessible and affordable, join Cerebral today.
I do think kissing a girl with lip filler feels different than kissing a girl without lip filler. You can like feel it.
There's probably like a softness difference, I suppose.
Yeah, like I feel like,
like a
it's like
hard
it's like
lip.
yeah, you can. It's
just
harder.
full.
It
I think
is,
it depends on how recently they got it done, right? Because is that how it works?
There's
like
also
it's
different
harder.
fillers. Like if you have like Juvederm, it's gonna be like rock hard.
Oh, I didn't even know there were different ones.
I didn't know that.
I thought somebody just took a
Have
fucking
you
tire
ever
pump
fucked up
and
your
just-
lip filler by like hooking up with someone right after getting it?
No.
I have.
Dead
I
man.
have. I definitely
No, I haven't.
have.
No.
I'll never forget. One of the first times I got lip filler, I sucked dick that night. And it was just like, there was like an indent. There was like a dick print. Like for
Well,
like
they
a
tell you.
while.
They specifically tell you not to do it
They tell you not to suck any dick afterwards?
I had to do it for the culture,
because it's like
though.
it moves around. It's still soft for a while, so it
So
like
then
it can
this
end
is
up
like
up here.
deflated
I know, I
right
swear
here,
to God,
and
you
it's just
could,
all
like,
pushed
see-
to the
No,
corners.
fully. And how do you explain that when you go to fix it? You're like, sorry. Like,
really big straw.
Really big straw.
Really straw.
It was paper. It was paper
Yeah.
straw,
Yeah.
so we're okay.
Boba. Giant life-size boba I was drinking through a fucking straw. I don't
It's
even
a
know.
nightmare.
To be honest with you. I was just watching you on Whitney Cummings. You did
Oh,
really
I love
good.
her.
We
Why,
loved
thank you.
it.
A lot of people thought there was tension.
Like sexual attention?
Yeah.
No, she's just so lovely. She actually called me this morning,
I'd fuck her.
actually.
She is, I would do
She's
anything
so
to
hot.
be with her. Like she is like, I'm in love with her, I think. It's
Yeah.
getting,
She's so sweet and she's so funny. And,
she's everything.
and what I love about her is like I should say one of the things I love about her is like she's not only is she wildly successful and a woman, but like she's also
Drives
hot.
a car.
Like she's very attractive, which is
Yeah.
not only frowned upon for comedy in general, but like as a girl especially. Like female comics get shit on all the time for like you have to dress down. Nobody's gonna think you're funny if they also like want to fuck you. And the fact that she has accomplished so much while being so hot.
Yeah.
Is like
And
she's
probably
kind of a
so sexual.
pioneer.
Has she
Yeah.
always
Like,
been
you know
hot,
what
or
I
was
mean?
she? Did she have like a glow
I
up
think
season?
she's
I think
always
she's
been
been
hot.
hot for a long time. Her and Eliza Schlesinger
for
are
her.
both phenomenal comics
Oh my
and
God,
like
she's
very
everything, Eliza.
attractive.
That is special. 'Cause it is so, like hard to be taken seriously. I feel like.
Of course,
Yeah.
but their skill set like far outmatches it. Like they've
Absolutely.
earned it through their comedy chops. Like I don't feel like either of them like sold out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't play into like I have to be hot to get the opportunities that I'm doing. They're phenomenal and they're both so sweet.
I feel that. Do you ever feel
you
oppressed, sexualized?
Yeah, it's super fucking annoying. I have people yell out at shows all the time. It's like 70% of shows I would say 90% of shows girls will yell out like take your shirt off, take your pants off, take your belt off, do the one-handed belt thing from TikTok, all
What?
that
Okay.
shit.
How did you get yourself into that? Like, where did that start?
There was a bit in my last special, Matthew Stephen Rife, now on YouTube, that it's
King.
where I take my belt. Actually, I think I just posted a TikTok of that clip today, where it's like I'm just playing a fuckboy character in this bit about girls having guy friends, and I was taking my belt off with one hand. I didn't even know that was like a seductive thing to do. It was just I'm holding a microphone with one hand.
Yeah,
so
you did.
no, I didn't. I didn't know that was like it doesn't look sexy to me. Everybody can take their fucking belt off with one hand.
No,
can
they
not?
can't.
How can you
No, they
not?
can't. I hate
It's so
hate
easy.
to break this to you, but I don't. Can you?
Right?
But I
you're-
feel like it's not
but
sexy
he's
when
a
he does
freak.
it.
That's not like Aaron. Do you take your belt off with one hand?
Right?
Oh, really?
Okay.
A bra is
maybe
far
we're
more
sexualizing you,
complicated.
honestly.
You know, I can't even do it with two. I'm like in front of a guy, like Rubik's cubing their belt.
I think it's smooth. I don't think it's sexy. I wouldn't like lose my shit over it. I don't know. It just became so it was that bit that I was doing live, and then I had one crowd work clip where I did the same kind of act out in a different situation, and I think that clip kind of went viral, and then everyone started like reposting edits of that clip, and then those all went viral and just became a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
think I could see a video of you on my For You page for like an entire year without that being like,
Without the
fucking-
search bar saying
search
Matt
bar
Rife
saying.
undoing
And it would
belt.
have nothing to do.
And I
I could
click
be
it every
talking about
time.
my dead dad, and
like,
they're like,
absolutely.
Matt Rife takes his belt off with one hand.
While
Dad
talking
hangs
about
himself with it. Like they went,
my God.
like it was all over the place for something that had nothing to do with it. It was so funny.
Yeah, that is. Fucking
So yes, I
crazy.
get
Now I'm just thinking
sexualized
about your
quite
dead
often.
dad.
Okay.
Fuck.
There you
man.
go. You're welcome.
My bad.
I feel like
Don't be sorry at all.
Seriously.
I would enjoy it if like people were sexualizing me that much. I feel like I'd be like, oh my God, me?
No, you won't. If you want to be respected in a different field, you can't have that. And that's
Oh,
honestly.
I feel like that makes us more respected in our particular field.
Yeah.
Yes. You see, you get that
He
benefit.
keeps the lights on. you
I'm
know?
like trying so hard not to have that be a part of me.
Would you
It's
ever
get
make
ugly?
an OnlyFans?
I'm trying.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Look how I'm dressed.
Okay.
I'm liking the
I'm
Matt
like,
hat.
put a few pounds on. I'm like, if you really wanted to be ugly, you could. Well, never mind.
I think that was
Honestly,
a
probably
compliment.
not.
Would you ever make an OnlyFans?
Like for real.
I have one.
Huh?
I did a comedy show for them like around this time last year, and part of the contract was like I had to set up an OnlyFans account and like just post sporadically over like 3 months.
Oh, is
Like,
it like
you're putting
Whitney's
your clothes on
OnlyFans where
it?
you're putting like your comedy on it?
Yeah.
No, we want to see.
No, I'm not gonna sell my body on OnlyFans. I'm not gonna do
Never?
it. No.
Boring.
Ari kills me.
No, I'm saving. When the dick pic finally does get released, it's gonna be strategically timed. Thank God.
Absolutely, absolutely. Are you planning a leak so that to get ahead of
No, I
things? Maybe?
think I'm just waiting for when I actually do get canceled, so I can be like, listen, guys. It's just I write a giant apology on the photo, but it's just over my dick pic the entire
honestly
time.
kind of
Brilliant.
fucking genius. I'm not gonna lie. I would always have that in my back pocket if I was a guy. Like, oh, if like I have a bad scandal, at least I can divert. With
Yeah,
the-
but what if you had like a little chode?
I still,
Then it's a short apology.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just I'm sorry. My bad.
Honestly, hilarious. I would live and breathe for it.
Not a bad backup plan. No, just
really would.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do an OnlyFans. When I started it though, like even just for the comedy thing, I instantly understood it. I was like, I understand how so many people make so much money on here. Like if I did everything I got DM'd, asked for during that
then
3 month
you just
period.
have weird shit in your holes, dude.
Oh, it'd be so much money though. I totally understand why some people are like, oh, I'll try it out, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna do this from now on.
Yeah, are
I
people
totally
like really
get it.
specific with their asks?
Yeah, and it's
What's the weirdest thing
100%
someone's
gay
ever
dudes.
asked you to do?
Weirdest thing? I mean, there was never like that weird of stuff. It was just a lot of, can I see your dick?
Oh.
A lot of that, like slap it around, stuff like that. I mean, they were offering
like,
like
yeah,
tens
it
of
was me.
thousands of dollars,
No,
but I was
you'd
like,
obviously, you'd send your kids to
Tens
college
of thousands of
tenfold.
dollars, you wouldn't show someone your dick?
just can't do it.
That's
Good for you.
ridiculous.
I know.
Good for you.
I would do it for $5.
I feel like when you
$5?
were receiving,
Yeah, my dick. If I had a dick, I feel like I would just be waving it around all the time.
that's true.
Just a dick in general.
Yeah, any kind.
There's so
That's
many
cute.
benefits. If I woke up with a penis tomorrow, I wouldn't even fucking
What's the
question
first
it. I would
thing that
just
you
be
would
like,
do?
this is so sick, thank God.
It's
but
not
not like
all
me with
that.
a penis. I guess as a boy.
Wait, if you woke up tomorrow with a vagina, what would you do?
Ooh, I started OnlyFans. Of course, it's an investment immediately. I think it's the first thing I
He's
would
so
do.
financially responsible. What about you?
And then
Dick?
I'd let the
Tomorrow.
homies hit for sure.
I have it. You'd
you say?
what?
Huh? No, you guys were talking. Go ahead.
No,
what were you
come
guys
on.
say? I'd let the homies hit. I think.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Like it's what for your boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Brandon's been on a
If
dry
I had a
spell for
dick,
like
would
4
you-
months. I feel like we get
no.
along well.
If I had a dick, would
should
you let me
FaceTime
fuck
him.
you? Like if I woke up tomorrow with a dick,
Yeah.
just so I could know.
But would I know it's you, or would it be like?
Yeah. No.
No, you
yeah.
know it's everything
I'd be
about her,
Tanner.
but she just has a dick.
No, because at that point I could just let you fuck me with like a strap on.
No, but that's not as physical of a connection.
Oh right.
She wants to enter you on a spiritual level.
I would let you do it if you wanted to.
Would you pull
I would
out?
Let you do it.
No. Oh
No.
my God. No, but not to get you pregnant. Like take the plan B, duh. But I just want to
Duh.
know. I just want to know what that feels like.
Could you imagine you getting me pregnant
Imagine
and the
our
mental
kid.
illness that? Oh my God.
I think our kid would just come out the womb and kill itself.
yeah. No worries. Free abortion.
Honestly, kind of crazy. Wow, I wonder if that's ever happened. God, good God, this is an episode for sure.
You guys need to flesh this idea out more. I'm very interested. You guys are gonna have so much fan fiction written about you guys now.
Well, honestly, if anyone
I don't
out
think we
there
have
is
those
like
type of
watching this
fans.
and loves
They,
this,
I
please.
think you do. I think they would definitely fantasize over this.
People write fan fiction about you for sure.
not that I know of.
I tried to look you up on Reddit to see if anyone. I'm like a huge Reddit.
Oh, that
person.
can't be good.
No one says anything bad about you on Reddit, which is how I
Really?
know you're a comedian and not an influencer. Because influencers cooked.
Yeah, but people hate comedians now too. Like they
Yeah,
really,
but
they
not
really
the people
do.
on Reddit. I don't think.
Well, thank God.
And I feel like
Reddit
you
is
guys-
a powerful
I feel like it's
community.
going back now to like where it used to be like everything's so offensive. I feel like everything's so woke now that people are getting like
The pendulum's definitely swinging
yeah,
back.
people are getting
for sure.
so put off to it because it's like ugh, like that's so annoying that everyone's so offended and now
Yeah.
everyone's getting to be offensive
I,
again.
I feel like a new standard for what's okay and not okay got kind of defined in like the cancel culture area and like the Me Too movements and all of that. Like we all as a society went, okay, these things are not going to be acceptable anymore. These are like a new set of societal rules, and we know not to do that now. And I
Yeah.
feel like the rest of the world was like, cool. We know that now. Can we move the fuck on? But people trying to cancel people every single day still. People
the
are just like
dumbest stuff.
over it, and it waters it down. It's so unfortunate. Like people do deserve to face consequences for a lot of really shitty actions, but that all gets completely pushed to the wayside because somebody gets offended over a joke. It's like well, if you're giving the exact same punishment to somebody who is in like a physically domestic violence relationship as somebody who tells a joke you don't like.
But it's so true.
How
Yeah,
is
how are you-
how is
yeah.
the same consequences?
That is so
How is
true.
that fair?
I've never thought about it like that.
No, it's
I feel
completely
like as long
watered
as you
down
never
now.
apologize, you'll never have to. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn would never apologize
I would
and he
never
gets to say whatever he
apologize.
wants.
No, absolutely not. You,
Yeah.
you can't. If you give them a little bit of wiggle room, they're gonna expect you to apologize for everything they don't like. And how privileged are you to think you never have to hear anything you don't like in your entire life? That's fucking insane. When someone's intention was just to make you go ha 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 ha, like the most pure joyful feeling you can have, and you didn't like it, fucking move on.
Who would have thought we'd have Matt Rife on cancel talking about the Me Too movement and shit? I'm
I
not-
know,
And
like
it's
so
not.
he does like women.
I love women. Okay.
when they're in the kitchen.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
cooking up crack or whatever. I don't know whatever you guys do in there. I don't know.
You know,
I mean,
more than
Do you guys cook?
probably.
I cook so much. I just am always cooking.
When's your-
You know,
So many things.
just honestly,
so not at
just-
all. Got it.
Just ratchet shit. Like anything I'm making is
Like mac and
ratchet.
cheese?
And like it's
Mac
just
and
like,
cheese is not ratchet.
Yes, it is. It's delicious,
hate
but
macaroni
it's
and
still
cheese.
ratchet.
No, the other
Like
day
some
I was like,
Velveeta mac.
I was trying to cook a little like buffalo chicken wrap, the ones that we made, and I couldn't find a spatula, and I was just flipping it in the butter with my hands on the skillet, like burning my. I know a piece of my acrylic was like in the fucking wrap. It's like
Versatile.
it's as good as it gets. But I'm really trying to rebrand. Seriously, I'm trying to domestic.
To be what?
She's going through a Sophia Richie rebrand. She wants to
Okay.
be like a
What did
old
Sophia Richie
money.
do?
what you do is so valid.
See,
So,
he's
like,
not
just-
on. He's not on
No,
Sophia
but
Richie.
just assuming everyone knows, like assuming Matt Rife's For You page.
Well,
is
okay,
like
you're
Sophia
right.
Richie
You're right.
is-
You're right.
I-
So she basically, like,
Is Lionel Richie's daughter?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
But right now she's going through like a major rebrand because she like married old money, and she's just
Who'd
like,
she marry?
She married
guy,
Elliot
Elliot
Grange,
Grange.
who
I thought she was dating like
I don't
Scott
actually know what he
Disick or
does.
something.
Yeah, so
like
she was
that.
dating
She
Scott
was.
Disick. She was in her
Exactly.
Fashion Nova jumpsuit. She was shaking ass at Vegas Beach Club. She was mobbing around with Scott.
Which is
and
like
then all of a
this
sudden,
vibe.
she has a little hiatus and she comes back in a fucking tweed blazer, fucking kitten heels on.
Gets
like
married in the
Pinot
south of France
Grigio,
in like $100 million
in her
wedding.
hand,
God
you know.
damn.
And
Yeah.
it's a full rebrand, and it's so believable. Like we were talking about this on the last episode. You look at her and you think she's always been like this. Like,
How old is she?
She's,
probably 24,
she's younger
25.
than me. She's 20. Yeah, she's probably think she's 24.
Oh, she'll be back.
And
You think
no,
so?
I
She'll
don't
be
know.
back to the
No,
streets for
I
sure.
think
If
No.
so,
At 25, yeah.
okay. If so, I could not. I oh my god, I would kill myself for her.
No, I feel like she's
gotta
never
stay
stepping
there.
foot in a
She's
club
gotta
again.
stay there.
I hope so. That seems like a much healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I haven't even really thought about it in that regard.
Yeah, long term.
But I was just staring at myself the other day in the mirror, just like eyelash falling off, glued to my cheek, like hair just dreaded, like disgusting, like Billie Eilish style, like jumpsuit, like fake Gucci print
It was
energy.
cute.
And I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, what the fuck are you attracting with this? Like,
Why doesn't anybody want me?
yeah, no, like dead ass, like spray tan crusting off, and it's like I want like a finance bro energy, like I want like a sexy rich man, and it's like, and I'm walking around like, why don't they want me? There's like buffalo sauce down my fucking hoodie, like it's just bad, and I'm trying, and just everything I say is just, you know what I mean? The cooking of it all, like I want to wholesomify myself, and it's.
Wholesomify?
Yeah.
I think that's a word.
It is
How
now.
long,
I
like
read.
realistically, like
I
when would you
read.
want to be married? Like
What?
in what time period would you want to be like married?
Tomorrow.
Fuck.
Let's be serious.
Dude, no, I opened my fucking timeline today. Bella Thorne's engaged for the third fucking time.
Is she
it's
still
like,
with the Italian guy?
no,
Emphasis on the
what?
third
No,
I thought, what happened?
a lot.
We don't know.
Dude, I'm so
We didn't
happy
even
I
know
don't
she was
pay
dating
attention to
someone
pop
new.
culture. I'm so
A
happy.
lot, and I'm just like, you know, Bella and I are very similar people. Just the way we act, energy wise, like
Hygiene-
just
sorry.
yeah, whole nine. We both probably shower the same amount.
Okay.
Like, you know what I
it
mean?
a
And
lot or
it's
a
just
little?
like
Never.
she's doing
Sorry.
it, and it's like I'm not, and it's like they're cute, rings big.
What do you think it is you're doing wrong?
Everything. And it's just like I want it, and I know
think
I'm not ready.
Someone
to be
wants to
engaged,
marry
but-
you, but he has like a
Face tats?
tat.
Yeah. It says Waffle House down his neck. Yeah.
And what sucks is innately I'm attracted to that. Like
Oh, no.
I'm fighting demons
We should
to
get,
not end up with that.
hypnotherapy. Where
Do
they
you
like
fucking think that would work?
do you think that work
Against like trashy fuckboys? Maybe.
Yeah, like I want a hypnotist to be like, no more dangly cross earrings, and I want to be like, I hate those. Like, but I can't get
Yeah.
But
there.
I
also
think
like I
that's what
want it in my
happens.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it dangling over me. The fucking
Like a little
cross.
chandelier.
Oh my god! Do you ever just see a man with like a cross? No one. I'm not. No one's gonna relate. Cut the thought. I'm rebranding.
I'm like
Put it back.
Shout out to JC.
Yeah. God,
Oh, no.
God love him.
Put it away.
I'm just really trying
TW.
to rebrand. You know. I'm
Me
just,
too.
And it's not working.
When do you want to be married by?
Now.
Really?
No, like 30. Wait, how old am I?
30's good.
31. I want a kid by like 33. I've always thought I was going to be like an older mom though. I
When-
had old parents.
When do things start to get dicey for women having kids? When does that start to kick in?
I don't know. I
I'm
think for us, it's
definitely
probably
infertile.
like dicey already.
I'm definitely infertile by now.
You think
You
so?
know what I mean?
Actually-
I don't know. It's just like, what have I taken more of in life? Vitamins or Plan B? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like-
you're not
It might
supposed
just
to
be part
take
of the
more than
immune
one
system.
Plan B a year, and she takes.
A year?
You're not supposed
Yeah.
to
A
take more than
year?
one.
It fucks your body up so bad.
Okay, then pretty much everyone I know is infertile then, except for you.
Huh.
I don't think anyone's taking it as like at that rate.
I do.
And she doesn't take it that often, for the record. I'm not like.
No,
I
it's
feel
like every
I'm-
morning. It's like zinc, magnesium, and Plan B.
Plan B.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Magnesium at night, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
I think maybe like
No.
40.
I probably realistically
40s?
take it like
You-
6 or
40s.
7
I've
times.
heard like 33, 34 is when it's like, okay, you're
No,
kind of getting the cut. I
that's
thought that
not
was too
true.
early as well. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Someone just had a kid at like 50.
Someone definitely
Well, yeah,
did.
somebody. Yeah.
It's like Gwyneth Paltrow. She like only drinks bone broth.
yeah, but that kid's gonna be in lunch
Something's gonna-
first, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I want to adopt or like get a little surrogate sitch. So I could definitely freeze my eggs and like do all that. Like
See,
I'm
that
not,
scares
you know
me. I don't know if I want to freeze my child before it gets made. Like
But
freezing
the
the
thing is,
ingredients.
you don't know when you like freeze your eggs. You don't know if any of them are going to be viable. So you can freeze all your eggs, think you're good to go,
Yeah,
and
they
then
don't
you
thaw.
can go to like inject them and stuff.
I just
and they
learned that on the
don't work.
Kardashians.
Oh wow.
It's
That's
like
my
what's
main source of education.
like
why I
what's
learned it
better,
too.
like
I'm like,
fresh
oh my
fish
gosh.
or like frozen cod that's been shipped across the country after years.
Fresh fish is a crazy
Yeah, it's like
analogy
eating
for
sushi
that.
in like Wyoming.
Yeah, it's like it had to get there. It took so much time. It was
Okay,
frozen. At
but
one
here's the
point.
thing, you
Probably
know,
not as
sometimes
good.
you refreeze food and you pop it in the air fryer, and that shit's better than it was.
Yeah,
the
but you're not
first
putting
time
a
around.
baby in an air fryer. Okay.
Well, I might.
Which I'm
Matt.
pretty sure is what Plan B does,
Matt,
actually. But
you're speaking for yourself here, okay?
How old do you want to be when you have kids or get married? Do you want to have kids?
I definitely want to have kids. I think married around around the same time, like 31, something like that.
Oh,
kids.
your time clock is ticking.
No, I've got like 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
I'll be okay.
Just
Just throw my hat in the ring.
I personally want to tomorrow, but I know none of that's gonna happen for me. Seriously.
I feel like if it did, imagine your wedding. How fun that would be.
Imagine my child. That's what I'm excited.
I have a
for.
feeling you're gonna end up with a child like me, like a fucking loser. Not like a loser, but like a mom, don't do that, like that type.
He's like smacking the cigarette out of your hand.
Because I think the reason that I became the way I am is because my mom was just like you. Like I feel like I was always like you can't steal that. Like
Dude, but I feel like I'm just gonna condition my kid to be okay with it, because it's like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, oh, you want that toy?
No, you think
Mommy's
so, though,
gonna
but it's
smoke
like-
Let me
in
ask
the
you this:
house.
would you let your kids be influencers?
Yeah, I mean, I would let my kids do whatever they wanted, like follow your dreams, energy. But
Absolutely
I won't
not.
let my kid be a nepo baby brat, like that. No matter how much
I don't have
money
to worry
have,
about that.
like,
I'm like my kid won't have money.
Shaq has the same kind of philosophy.
Yeah,
he always
he
tells his
doesn't-
kids, he's like, listen, we're not rich. I'm rich. Like
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah,
he's
he
like I
doesn't
try to
give
make
his
it
kids
as
as
little
anything.
Miles
possible.
O'Neill's walking around with like
No,
a
no,
fucking,
but like I feel like he's pretty like. I mean, he has like.
But he is
$1
very
billion.
humble. Like, he's a fucking sweetheart, very humble. He
Okay,
did
good.
raise his kids to be like good
Good.
people. Yeah, I feel like that's something that scares me so much. We were actually talking about this the other day. We were riding around in Ari's brand new Porsche, and he was like, Tana, I feel like you are going to give your kids like everything they want. But it's like, I know. It's like, they have to experience like.
I like parents that like make their kids have jobs. I have a lot of friends who like grow up with a lot of money, but like they have to work or they don't get an allowance. They don't get like what, and they still have nice things and stuff, but it's like not for nothing.
They also
No,
need
but
to
you have to
just
work for it a little bit. Yeah.
experience a couple weeks of like only eating ramen and learning how to dap that shit up and make it fire. Like, it can't
Yeah.
just be like a Wagyu lifestyle. Like, there's gotta be.
No, they have to miss out on some experiences too. I can't tell you how many times there'll be like a school event that all my friends are going to, and like it'd be like a $5 entry fee, and my mom would be like, I don't have $5 to give you right
Absolutely.
now, and I would lose my shit. Be like,
Absolutely.
how are you gonna deprive me of this experience?
Do you guys ever think about like the amount of trauma it takes for like someone to be funny or like be an entertaining person? Like, don't you feel like you have to give your kids some kind of something to like
trauma?
to spunk them up a bit? Like, I'm afraid
Spunk them up a bit.
that I
Absolutely.
get scared of that. Like, what if my kids grow up in like a healthy environment and then they're like fucking losers?
I mean, here's the thing. It can be verbally taught. I think like sarcasm
be
is
mean?
a very
Teachable
lost. It's teachable, and I think it's very lost in this day and age. Like,
Yeah.
think about like shaming, for example, or what people consider bullying now, like
Yeah.
roasting, right?
Yeah.
My friends would tear me to fucking pieces over an outfit or whether I looked a certain way, if I had
Yeah.
a fucking pimple on my face, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
If I got fat or I was too skinny or whatever it may be, like that is part of a friendship and social I guess awareness and maneuverability. Like you have to develop that skill set as to how to take a joke, take criticism, and know that not everybody's being serious all the time. Like, I'm gonna roast my kid to death.
Absolutely,
Like,
I'm
nobody's
bullying the
gonna
shit out of
bully
my
my kid more than me.
I was actually talking about this the other day. Like, I think that a really good way to just get the ball rolling on that is to just give your kid a fucking awful name.
Wait, good idea. Like,
no,
what
I was
though?
Well, like what's an example of an awful name?
Cedric.
No, that's a rich ass name.
Yeah,
Is it?
And
It's a very proper
bullying
name,
the
actually.
Cedric. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What's an awful name?
I feel
Gertrude.
like well that
Gertrude's a good
grandma
one.
names are coming back. Like, what if I had a baby right now and named it like Gladys?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Gladys, that's setting her up to get like necked in school one time, and that's good. She'll be funnier.
Or like
That's good.
what's the bitch who named her kid Apple?
No.
Apple. Gwyneth Paltrow. God, I'm
She
talking
named her
all
kid
kinds of shit
Apple.
about that girl.
Michael Jackson's kid's named Lincoln.
That's
Yeah, but
true.
he's
That's
or
a
she's
soft,
Michael
adorable
That's
name.
funny as fuck. You know he was off like a perk 30. Like
So many of them.
So many.
it's so fucking insane. Like just naming your kid Curtain. Like Michael, what?
Top sheet.
Why did he
Yeah.
name his kid Blanket?
Duvet is actually kind of cute.
That's a cute
Duvet is a
What-
fancy
like
name.
names that are like mean something, but they're like actually pretty
Chlamydia.
names. Chlamydia.
Like that's a beautiful
name.
fucking name.
How do people get chlamydia from koalas? Do you have to be scratched? Is that what it is? Do they have to bite you? You can't.
Yes,
get
you
it from
can.
them?
You can. They all carry. Well, maybe they have it, and you can. It's non-transferable.
Do
All
otters have
koalas.
anything? Because I love otters.
I love otters, but I don't like the sound they make.
What?
What
They
sound
don't
do
A
they
little
make?
chirp?
No, it's not a chirp.
Yes, it is.
No,
it's so
it isn't.
cute.
It's not
My
cute.
dream situation is to have a house with like a giant wing of the house is like a giant indoor pool, and that's just where the otters live.
I love that idea.
That's
Whoa,
their
I love
whole
that.
That's their side of the
I'm like, how
house.
fun would
I
that
love
be?
that.
I don't need to swim in the pool. That's their pool. I mean, I'm gonna get in obviously and
Yeah.
swim with the otters, but like
Absolutely.
it's their space, just dedicated to their home.
It's like some Hugh Hefner shit. Didn't he have like everything at the Playboy Mansion? But then like
Did he?
But
Did he have
then
like a
he
little
was like-
zoo
yeah, he
or
had like
something?
peacocks and all that shit.
Well, that's kind of
But
cute. I thought
peacocks
you
It
were
was like
are
something
like
for
more
the
more
horse
than
to play with, you know?
Where do
Which
you
is
think?
good.
Where do you think you'll settle down in life?
Location wise?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Somewhere with otters.
It's between two places probably. Just outside Washington D.C., like Virginia, Alexandria area, or Pacific Northwest, Oregon.
Wow.
I love Oregon.
Love it there. I'm
I
gonna
have
be there
been
in
lately.
July.
Like it's been such a stressful month for me, and I have been so deep in like fantasy mode of like just moving to fucking like Nebraska, like the sticks. Like I want to feel like a Noah
You
Khan
say
song.
that until you get there and you go, oh, I have to live on such a big compound because there's nothing else to do once I leave this house.
It sounds
But like,
so
but can't you? If you're all the way
amazing
there,
and
it's like, what
peaceful.
can you afford? Like a castle.
And I
Yeah,
just-
you
I-
probably could there actually.
Imagine my own
An
little
otter
version
pool.
of like Neverland Ranch, without the kiddos.
All right.
You know?
Not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
I feel like, what if like imagine Tana on a farm,
Like that's what I'm.
I can
just-
definitely see
that
that.
could be the rebrand as well.
like Simple Life.
That's what I was trying to
Absolutely.
think of it. I almost
Like
called it
with her
Sweet
little-
Life.
How fun! Like how fucking. It's just. Oh my god, I can't.
I feel
stop
like it
lately.
sounds good to me in theory. Like it's my dream. Like I'm like, oh, I want to be a farm wife. But then I'm like, after like a couple days of it, I'd be like,
Yeah, I've only ever known
it's
a
too
big
barren.
city.
No, I would. That's why I love the Pacific Northwest is because it's like full of forests. Forests, I feel like you never really get used to because it's so like you can get lost in that.
yeah, I
You
feel
take
like
a
I
different
would get
route,
like
it's a
you'd
completely
never see me
different
again.
Forests freak me the fuck out. Though.
Really?
They really do.
I'm definitely supposed to live in the woods for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Like cabin in the woods.
Definitely.
Like
I would definitely
isolated
I
as
would
fuck.
do like lumberjack shit for fun. Like that would be fun for me.
I was.
Have you seen that
picturing,
dude on
like, Tarzan
TikTok who
Max.
just splits wood?
Yes, and
You
everyone
You should
wants
do
to
that. I
fuck
feel like
This
you could really have
motherfucker.
like a viral situation with that. I feel like everyone would want to see you with like an ass.
Somebody set it up. Somebody bring me a fucking log.
You
I'll
really
do it.
should just
I'll bring you
honestly,
a
if
log.
you ever like, I know you're sick of people sexualizing you, but it would
But
be
that's
really
funny,
funny
though.
if you went down just the rogue bit of like doing the most random shit like for people to sexualize
Just
like
like
that,
opening soda cans or
Absolutely.
jars of pickles and shit like that.
like knitting in a hot way, you know,
Oh,
like
that would
whole
be
nine.
cute actually.
Yeah, you
not
could
a
really
bad
flip the
idea.
script, maybe get your power back.
New publicist.
Yeah,
She's good
imagine
at it.
me as Matt Rife's publicist. I would ruin your fucking life.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this is a great first step.
Yeah,
Love it. Love it.
100%.
I'm so game.
We're happy to have you here. What are you doing the rest of your day? You were only free at this time.
I've got a friend's birthday tonight, and I've got a show tonight, and then I'm gonna try to make it to a friend's concert. Are you guys familiar with Anise? It was Anise the rapper on Instagram. He blew up
You
around.
know, Chance was pissed.
Is he not a rapper
Yeah,
anymore?
probably.
Yeah.
No, he kind of transitioned over to like just overall music. He is a great rapper, but he has a great voice, and his music is just so like soulful and pleasant to listen to. I found him on Instagram Reels around like beginning of last year, and he had like, I don't know, maybe 100,000 followers. So he was just like singing in his car. He was delivering for like Domino's or something like that.
I
and
love
he would
Domino's.
just sing in between deliveries.
That's
I
cute.
saw him. He was so talented and seemed so cool. So I followed him, hit him up, and ever since then he's gotten like he's been like co-signed by Justin Bieber. He shouted him out, like Scooter
wow.
Braun, all that stuff.
Wait,
Apple
love
Music,
that.
Spotify. Like he's making such great waves. Makes amazing music. So shout out to my boy Anise. Go check him out. He actually
how
just released an
fun.
album. It's beautiful actually.
Wait, I'll have to listen to it. It's
Highly
like some
recommend
sad
it.
shit.
No, it's not sad. It's beautiful actually.
Yeah.
It's like just good vibes music. It really
Wow,
is.
I love that. I'm
It's
bad. I
romantic.
only like sad music.
Yeah, we're
It's
kind of
all-
on our
I do
sad
love some
music
sad
kick.
rap.
I'm like
Sad
sad
rap.
rap.
Yeah, I have an X tattoo.
What kind of?
Oh, that counts. That counts.
Juice World. Yeah,
Yes.
love them.
I didn't know
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Was I read the other day, I hope I'm wrong about this. Has it been 5 years since he passed away?
I think that feels like kind of right.
Fuck.
Dude, time is like, I always feel like time is flying, but lately it's like terrifying me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm going to be 50 tomorrow.
How old are you now?
24.
Oh, you're such a baby.
That's no, it's
I don't
not
know.
even.
I feel like
I'm about to
I
be
feel like my
25.
eggs are running out. I literally feel like if I don't have a kid tomorrow, now that you've said something.
No, you've got at least 10 more years healthy.
46? Wait,
Oh.
how old am I? Oh,
What?
36.
36, I think, is still
Oh
safe.
my god, I was so nervous.
I think that's still
I
fine.
believed myself for a second. I was like, oh my god.
I think your eggs are going to be fine.
Okay, we're good.
I think you have plenty of time left.
Like scrambled.
We're going to be just fine. I kind of want to look at some fan questions because people
Oh,
are
this-
very
I want you to
This
say
is
that we have like a
rambunctious.
little more. You need to say something. Like something you would have said on Stiff Socks, get you canceled. We need a viral.
Not doing. Here's the thing.
so
Here's
true.
the
Like,
thing.
what's your least favorite race?
Here's my.
Yeah. That was my question.
The amazing.
She stole that.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's just scary that you can like blow up so big and now all of a sudden every little thing that you've done like years ago is going to come back.
Oh, it's so fun. People want you to die. It's
Yeah.
I just found success in something I've been working 12 years in, and people are like, "Nah, fuck that."
Yeah.
Already, gotta get rid of them.
Absolutely.
It's nothing but sad, fucking pathetic people. It's
you
so
forsake
bad.
it. It's something you definitely, if you want to succeed in this space,
Mm-hmm.
you just have to accept. But it's definitely a hard pill to swallow.
Oh,
Like,
of course. But that's why I think you have to. There's like such a fine line of being who you are and being publicly respected. I think.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain image you want to portray
how
to
did
where like
Oprah get
make
there?
everybody like you, but in the reality of like you're gonna slip up, you're gonna say things people don't like, you're gonna say things that people take out of context, and it's really out of your control. So I think it's up to you to just kind of be the best person you can be and say, look, if these people don't get me and they want to make up who they think I am in their head, by all means, I'm not gonna take time out of my day to change
Yeah.
a couple hundred people's minds.
And
That's
finding
insane.
acceptance in that is really all you need to
Yeah.
find your peace in what you do.
you-
Why do you care so fucking much about what you think about me? If you don't
You're
like me,
not right.
go away.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Do you feel like you portray like a different persona online than you do like in real life?
Online or on stage? Because I think it's two different answers. Online, I would say. Do you mean like things that I post, or you mean like podcast presences?
Maybe like podcast presence.
It's a bit of both. It depends on the podcast, depends on the situation. Because like I'm a comedian. So like I'm gonna make jokes about things.
Yeah.
So I understand it can be confusing sometimes. People might not know if I'm joking or not, but also just assume I am. Just do that. Assume I'm joking first.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on the subject we're talking about. Like if it's something like cancel culture or defending relationships or something like that, then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be upfront about how I feel about certain things. But ultimately, like I'm just here to have a good time.
What's your gas
all.
station order?
My gas station order? Ooh. I don't know. I have a Tesla. I haven't been at a gas station in so long.
Really, really subtle flex.
Oh.
You know your gas station order.
I don't.
You walk in a 7-Eleven. What's talking to you?
I'm a pastry kind of guy, so maybe a donut, maybe like some ho-hos or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, zebra
would
cakes
like
maybe,
ho-hos.
fudge
Like a
rounds.
cosmic brownie,
Yeah,
a honey bun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was trying to go through the fucking fan questions, and it's
Go for
so
it.
no
Sorry.
that was like literally
That was one of them?
was one of them.
That's hilarious.
And no, but it's 90% things that I'm physically just not inclined to ask you. You know what I mean?
You can ask it, I can pass.
Like, no, you would pass for sure.
Yeah, you'd pass.
Fire
But
away.
a lot of people want to know if you've ever fucked a fan. Yeah. Would you ever fuck a fan? Have you ever dated a fan?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
You're in
I don't
Atlanta,
really-
Georgia. You've been there for 3 nights. You're fucking.
First of all, that
so
would never
unhappy.
happen. Okay.
Not Atlanta,
If
of all
they'll drive
places.
me out of Atlanta, I'll fuck whoever. Absolutely, anybody.
Yeah.
I don't.
Really?
That's a weird question because I don't really consider people like fans. Like just because you come
Oh,
to a
don't
show
get
doesn't
all
mean
fucking
you're like.
weird and humble on this. Answer the
No,
fucking
because
question.
like you're still a fucking person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't unless you're coming up to me and you're like, oh my god, like that. That's like fan energy. You know what I mean?
But like
So,
an
no, I've
attendee
never-
of one of your shows, have you ever been like, stop by the Marriott down the street after?
No.
You know,
No,
do you
I
stay in
re-
nice hotels or do you not?
It depends. Depends on if I feel like treating myself, I guess. But yeah, I don't.
But on average on tour, are you more likely to be at like a Marriott Bonvoy 30 minutes out? Yeah.
Yeah, more likely.
We just kind of realized that we did a show in Phoenix and we're going to do like a canceled tour. And we were like, let's stay at the W, blah, blah, blah. We come back and I'm like, okay, I think I spent half
probably more
of
than
what
we
we made on like a nice ass room, and I have to humble back down.
I couldn't care less. Like my tour routine is so boring and not exciting. Like people think because I have a massive fan base, that's a very popular question. Like, oh, I'm sure you fuck so many girls on the road.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like I literally go, I'll do 2 shows. Now it's 1 a.m. when I leave the comedy club. I have to go home, probably edit for an hour, send it to my other editor to go over something, send it back to me. By that time I'm so high and tired that I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's
I have to work. I'm in such a very blessed position right now to be as busy as I am, and I just want to focus on that.
That's like I feel like you are the outlier though. I feel like most male touring acts at some point get kind of lost in the sauce and have a moment. You know what I mean?
And I get it. I totally get it, especially when you're not used to getting that kind of attention,
dude. And I
feel like
imagine.
that's the big difference though. I feel like a lot of comics are like, maybe they're not as like conventionally attractive, so like them being popular and stuff is like what gets the girl in the room.
Yeah. Oh, that's
whereas like I don't think you really struggle. Maybe.
I'm saying it right now. Like the only reason that I think that I have maybe never fucked a fan.
You fucked a fan.
I mean, or maybe like inadvertently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe they were low key, but it's because we don't have a guy fan base. Like we're going to do a show to 90% women and like the 10% boyfriends that got dragged at gunpoint to come. You know?
Wow, we have the exact same audience. That's crazy. Wow, that's great.
So there's not much to work with. But if I walked out and it was a crowd of sexies, like sexy men.
Oh, that's true.
Like,
wait, you have a full female audience too, mostly, right? So
yeah,
are you ever like?
It's slowly starting to even out a little bit. Like around like August, September of last year, when things started like to kind of pop off, it was like 90% women, 10% guys. Now we're closer to probably at least like a 75-25, I would say. It's getting a little bit better.
Good.
Yeah, because you never quite know. Same for you guys with guys. Like if you have guy fans, straight guy fans, you have to wonder a little bit, do they like me because of what I'm talking about and the content I'm creating, or do they just want to fuck me?
Absolutely.
So it's like whenever I have a guy fan, I know it's genuine. Like they appreciate my comedy. I don't have to question it at all.
Yeah.
And that to me, it feeds the, I guess, confidence and that you need to be able to perform.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 100%. That is one thing that I feel very lucky.
But I'm also so thankful for having a female fan base, because nobody supports harder than female fan bases.
Absolutely.
Like if they believe in you, like they will help push you.
They'll kill for you.
Yeah, and I love that.
I do. I agree with that 100%. It's like the boy band effect.
But they also turn on you faster than anybody else. So that's kind of the middle ground that I'm trying to even it out a little bit.
He hates you.
No, I love women. I just want them to not yell out to take off my pants during the show. That's all I
so
want.
fair.
That's all I want.
That's so fair.
Never again.
The belt thing. You know what I mean?
Well, you made a sign. It was different.
Yeah.
That was respectful.
Yeah. That's fair.
That was quiet.
Really
Yeah, you put in arts and crafts time. I appreciate that.
Would you do anything else? Would you trade this life to be doing anything else?
Or what would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
Yeah.
Something with sports, I think.
Really?
I love sports. It was such a prominent part of my life growing up. I love boxing, so maybe something in that world. I love sports, and it's something that you can kind of learn at any point in your life. And
would you ever hit a crossover, like a comedian ex-boxer?
Maybe, I suppose, but I'm not into the whole like influencers fighting each other thing either.
Yeah.
So
Darn it,
no,
that was my next
really.
question. I was gonna
So
say, who would you box?
And I also don't want to neglect. I have friends of mine who are professional boxers that I highly respect. So I don't want to be that person. Like, there's nothing more annoying than when I meet somebody who doesn't do anything in entertainment and they're like, I could do comedy for sure. I'm not gonna pretend like I sit here and be like, oh, I'd be an amazing professional boxer, because I know people who really do it, and I'm nowhere close to that. But it's something that I think would be a lot of fun, and I like physical demanding activities like training and like training for a sport or something. That to me is fun and very fulfilling. Yeah. And it's still it's similar to stand up in that like it's just you. It's only me on stage versus like it's you versus one person in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very self-dependent, and I think that's kind of cool and appealing.
Who
I
would
was talking
you fight?
about that last night.
Who would I fight?
Yeah. If you had to. Who do you hate? Come on.
That's the thing. I don't really hate
Give us
anybody. Here's a very humbling experience that epiphany that I've had recently, because so many fucking people hate me for really no reason, and it really made me realize that like people only hate somebody they're jealous of. And I've been guilty of hating people, and when I really sat back and thought about it, it was because I was jealous of where that person was in their life. I felt like maybe they got an opportunity that I should have gotten. So now that I'm doing so much better for myself, I don't have that energy towards anybody. I really don't. Like I'm happy and very lucky to be where I'm at right now. So I don't have like a beef with anybody. If I was gonna fight somebody, it might be like, I don't know, it might be like Will Smith or something. He seemed to have a good right hook.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he hates.
I mean,
He hates jokes.
No, I love Will Smith, but I'm like, hey, if A, he's in great shape, it's a great competition, and B, he hit Chris Rock, so as part of the comedy community, I feel like that's not a bad
that's
defense.
your guy.
That was a really, really good, well-rounded answer. I'm trying to wrap my head around. Do you think people who hate Osama bin Laden are jealous of him?
Yeah, of course. Of course. They're mad that he wasn't the one calling the shots. Of course. Everyone wants to be the one with the remote. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. There's a difference between hating and hating on someone, I think.
no, 100%.
Hating someone, I think that person had to have done something to you. But hating on is a lot of just jealousy. And it sucks.
Yeah. No, a lot of it is, for sure.
And we've all been there. Everybody's been jealous of somebody.
For sure.
I'm a jealous person.
Oh my God, I'm such a jealous person.
I'm not so much anymore.
I was trying to watch Brianna Chicken Fry on
I can't.
Theo Vaughn.
I literally
And it's funny
can't.
because we just had Jeff on the episode, and I was like, have you ever seen Pete Davidson's show? And he's like, I can't watch that because I'm going to fucking kill myself that it's not me. Like, I'm from Staten Island. I want to be funny.
Who is this?
Our friend Jeff Whittick.
Okay.
And he was just going on, and I was like, Jeff, you're such a pussy. Like, watch it, whatever. I can't watch Brianna on Theo because I'm like, I want to be in her shoes so bad. I'm a jealous fucking ass bitch. Like,
I feel like he would have
Just
you.
for a podcast.
Like, yes.
I'm sure you could get on his podcast. He just had somebody else with way less followers. I forget who it was.
I don't. I mean, I would love to. Obviously, I am so weird like that. I'm crazy. Like, I get in my own
But
head.
that
Like, I
is,
could
like-
have the most like successful day, do my job so well, life is going so good, and then I see something like that, and I'm like, I am a failure, and I have to talk myself off a ledge.
I'm supposed to do his podcast sometime in the next couple months.
Flex
I
harder.
just told you I want to kill myself.
told you
man.
it would die to
because
do it.
I have a question or conversation piece about that though. Like his podcast, everyone he'll say the most ridiculous things on his
Yeah.
podcast. He's literally said the N-word on his podcast.
I
Like,
know, that's what I
multiple
was gonna
times,
say.
right? Nobody goes after him to try to cancel him. Nobody gets upset because everyone understands it's a joke. This is this is his comedic
and
character.
Theo
right?
just doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I think
Not
he
at
just
all.
found the perfect audience. Like he is uncancelable. Like he can say
His
genuinely
audience. It's
anything.
kinda like
Ableist,
that's
Like,
honestly-
there's
racist.
a lot of people
Like
That's
why
what
does
I'm
that
trying
matter?
to find,
Yeah.
and that's why
Yeah.
I've started to gear my comedy towards being so unapologetic because like I want to find the group of people who doesn't get offended by shit,
Yeah.
who's just there. Everyone comes knowing, hey, we're gonna hear some outlandish shit. The same way your group chat and whatever group chat you're in would completely end all of your lives if it ever got leaked, right? I want my audience to
Fully.
feel like it's
I would
just
kill
one
myself.
giant hangout, you
Yeah.
know?
I
And
would
that is
actually kill
that's a bigger part of the population than people think. People who get sensitive and try to cancel everybody for every joke or everything that gets said is the tiniest fucking percent of the world's population.
But just the most vocal is
They're
the problem.
just the loudest and most annoying, which is why we have to all get together and end this shit and tell everyone, hey, if you're unhappy about a joke, fucking cry to yourself. It's not our
I like how
responsibility to
passionate
dictate
you
how
are
you
about
feel.
this. I think you're gonna.
It's
lead,
my entire fucking
You're
life.
gonna lead like the Me Too movement for canceled culture.
I might have to.
I believe in you.
I
Not
just
to water
think it's
down the Me Too,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
not
don't
water
care.
down the Me Too movement.
you know, but whatever.
It's just such a prominent part of my every day I wake up, it's something new. It just I think it all comes down to your intent. I think you can joke. There is not a single topic in the entire world you cannot make a joke about if it's done correctly.
Can I ask you a random question? I've been doing that the whole podcast. Gas station order, gay son, thought daughter.
Shoot.
I feel like one of the biggest things you do with your crowd work is asking people their icks.
It
Right?
used to be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect
I
chance
see
for
a
a
lot.
plug, actually. So we're releasing a whole red flag special in like 2 weeks.
Are you?
We did an entire crowd work show in Miami
Oh, that's fun.
in December of this past
In
year.
Miami, too, people are
Oh,
rogue.
it was the most amount of ridiculous red flags.
I'm excited to see
So what was
that.
your question?
I want to know your icks. I want to know your red flag. I want to know your icks, not your red flags. And I want you to get like super like itemized with it. Like,
You're not gonna like my response.
No, I love it.
I'm gonna have to. It's not. I don't really have any specific.
I hate
ones,
to
if I'm
see a
being
man
honest.
chase a ping pong ball. Like, I want
What?
something like
You're
that.
you have
How does
to
he
have
pick it up?
I don't
He
know.
doesn't.
He just starts a new
Yeah,
game?
he should never have put himself in that position.
He shouldn't have lost. He shouldn't have missed. You're right.
100%. What?
Should have caught it.
Should have
100%.
Should have hit it back. Should have
Every single
combated.
time. Like I don't want to see a man hiccup. Hiccups are for the girls only. I'm sorry. Like you've got to have one.
Lifestyle is the biggest turnoff for me, honestly. Like I have no interest to be with a girl who's at the club every night. I don't.
Such a woke
I hate
answer.
the club.
No, it's not a woke answer. It's just not. It's
Like
not
no,
the
but
lifestyle for me.
Obviously, you want to be with someone where you like. I want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, do you hate to see a girl like struggle to open a jar?
I don't mind that at all. I'm glad she
Like,
needs
help
me.
her.
Good. Yeah, exactly. It makes me feel needed. That's not
Yeah.
an ick at all. A morning person is a big ick
gross.
for me. Please
Okay.
do not. You can be a morning person, but don't make me start my day with you.
Yeah.
That's insane. Because I'm a terrible sleeper, and I usually don't get to sleep till like 4 or 5 in the
I
morning.
have crippling insomnia. I saw you
Same.
talking
It's
about
so
that
bad.
on Whitney.
So bad.
Yeah.
So somebody who's like, no, I wake up at 9 a.m. So like, don't you want to like start your day with me? That's
Yeah.
so like selfish to me.
9 a.m. is my 6 a.m.
Same.
Like sincerely.
If I'm up at 9
sincerely.
a.m., I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get so much accomplished. I'm up before everybody.
Absolutely, and it's just like such a normal time. Have you always had really bad insomnia?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you found anything to fix it?
I smoke before
Yeah.
bed. That's the only thing that gives me like a chance at getting some sleep. But no, nothing
Melatonin,
yet.
like magnesium, none of that. Xanax,
No, even Xanax I can't sleep on.
really? I know. It like was helping me with my insomnia for a little bit, and now I'm just up off the Xanax, like on Hinge, saying wild shit.
I've only
you know?
taken it a couple of times. I don't want to take anything I can possibly get addicted to.
Do you have an
'Cause
addictive personality?
I can convince myself that I'm reliant on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already that way with weed for sure. I mean, I won't even try to go to bed without weed. If I don't have weed to help me fall asleep, I'm so fucked.
What do
there's
you
not a
do when you
chance.
travel to the out of country places?
I bring my pen with me still.
Really?
Yeah, but, like
Yeah.
the time difference, does that affect you? Like if you're in a place.
That definitely doesn't help. I mean, I've gone to multiple sleep doctors, which is not a real thing for sure.
Yeah.
And every single one of them is like, no, you don't need to prescribe anything. You need a consistent sleep schedule. I'm like, you don't understand. That's never going to happen.
Not realistic.
Sometimes I don't get off stage till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Then I have to unwind till 4 a.m. And sometimes
Yeah.
I have a flight at 5 a.m. So I have
Yeah.
to be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
To then I can't sleep on planes either. So now
Yeah.
I'm awake continuously through that night, through the morning, land, do 3 more shows. And now
That's
I'm on East
crazy.
Coast time zone and I'm
I
getting
would
off
be
stage at 2
on
a.m.
that stage like fuck you all.
Oh, it's yeah, I'm dead a lot of the time, which is why.
You're just gonna snap on a heckler.
Yeah, I don't know how you
Oh,
can still be
it's-
funny. I'd be
them.
so horrible.
Oh, I mean, a lot of the times that's kind of the fun thing about my job though is multiple times I'll be I'm getting my name called to walk on stage in front of a room full of 1,000 people who wanted to see me. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to do this at all right now. But then you get out there and you start having fun and you hit that adrenaline rush and you are actually enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
But then that fucks you in return because that adrenaline rush keeps you up longer afterwards.
absolutely.
I've been like shaky, exhausted before where I'm like, dude, I can barely stand up. And you go on stage, it completely goes
Yeah.
away. And then afterwards, you're like, I have so much energy. But
Yeah,
you
it's like
know
your
you
cortisol
don't.
levels go so high that they like stay so high for a
Your
minute.
cortisol?
Cortisol is like what you release when you feel an extreme amount of adrenaline.
Oh, I thought that's what they put in your lips.
No, Juvederm.
Don't pretend you don't know.
I didn't know.
Do you think that lifestyle is like sustainable, or do you think you're gonna eventually like crash and have to?
I think there's
Move to
better ways
Wyoming.
to. I would
Manage
definitely
it.
move to Wyoming. I love it there. I think it's sustainable with certain altercations to the lifestyle. Like I'm getting a tour bus in the fall because we're doing like a gigantic theater run.
Way better.
So that's gonna be better.
sleep.
I'll be able to have a consistent bed that's mine every night. And I can get off stage and immediately lay down. I
Yeah.
have to go back to a different hotel room, unpack
Check
a
in,
bunch of
check
stuff.
out. It's
yes,
so much.
exactly.
It's so much.
So stuff like that. I can stay in a nicer hotel. I can take a more expensive direct flight rather than having to take 2 connections because that's all I can afford to get
Yeah.
there. So yeah, I think with things getting bigger and better, it'll open me up to a healthier version of that lifestyle. But unfortunately, that's kind of just how it is.
You say all I can afford. Are you making? What are you making? How much money do you
Tana,
make?
you can't ask people that.
I'm gonna buy my mom a house in September. I'll say that. I'm very excited
You're
about
so
that.
good. That
I'm
was
like fond
the
wishes.
most wholesome possible way to answer that, and I loved it.
I'm very excited about that, and she's very excited about it as well. I got her a car for Christmas, and that was kind of like the first thing I ever did with any kind of money that I had.
That's sweet. That's really fucking
Why,
sweet.
thank you.
I
Well,
love
it's
that.
it's my property, so it's still an investment or
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely,
Genius.
absolutely.
You know, it's so funny. So after I I had called her on the phone one day talking about kind of things that are going on, and money came up in the conversation, and it was a very happy conversation, obviously.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Wow, so proud of you." And I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to buy you a house. That way you don't have to worry about any bills. You already have a car. Like you're good. You can just live your life now." And she was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Blah blah blah." Week goes by, and she calls me and she goes, "Did you get the link that I sent you?" And
She sent you a fucking Zillow link. That's
she goes,
city
she goes,
girl.
"I
Just
emailed you a
sending
Zillow link." I go, "Oh, let me check it out." It was for a 9-bedroom, $3 million house. I was like, "Are you out of your fucking
is
mind?"
Oh my, no, but
Fun.
me.
I go, "You don't
Me.
even know 9 people.
If I
Who's gonna
can't-
live in this house?"
If I can't milk the shit out of my kids one day like that, damn, I didn't
Look,
know,
I
like-
already spoiled my mom. I got her a dog. I got her a car. I'm getting her a house. Like, I was like, 9 bedrooms?
Well, I mean, are you? You know, you don't have 2 parents to spoil.
I sure don't.
So like, it's all going into
Yeah.
one.
I'm not gonna have
That's
any if she keeps it up. I swear to God.
It's
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I love that she shoots for the stars, but
As she should.
my mom is the most simple person. Like, she
clearly.
really, she has no hobbies, no interests. I'm like, you don't need all of this extravagant stuff because you're not gonna use it. You're
Yeah.
not going to.
just
So-
wait till you start funding her new hobbies. I'm like,
Yeah.
my
Oh.
mom calls me the other day. She goes, or she texts me. She goes, "Would you want to sponsor my gardening?" I go, I don't really want to sponsor anything that I'm not already
Sponsor.
sponsoring. And
Sponsors
no,
hilarious.
she responds. She goes, okay, dirty look. I'm like,
She gave you
What?
side eye.
yeah, no, full dirty look. I'm like, have you not taken
No,
enough?
she's not. She's not gardening.
She's not gardening. The woman is
She
not.
might be
gardening.
growing something,
Growing
but it
weed,
ain't.
yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't lavender. You know.
I do
No,
think
no.
I do think I'll spoil my mom more though, because like my grandpa just passed away after this past Thanksgiving,
God.
and that was like my best friend in the world, and like I had all these.
Oh.
I had all these things I wanted to do for him. I wanted to get him like the Harley Davidson motorcycle of his dreams. He'd never really been to like any states across the country and never been out of the country. So like, I wanted to take him to like go see some of his favorite bands. I wanted to take him on like a world tour to show him all these kinds of things. And I never got to do that. So I think my mom will reap the benefits of like wanting to
Absolutely.
spoil somebody while I can.
Yeah.
And my sister will probably get some of that as well. She's about to have her second kid.
I saw your grandpa, your bit about you got him like a fleshlight for Christmas or something
Yeah,
like that.
2 of them.
And that was like, it's one of my favorite bits of yours. It's incredible
thank
how
you.
much you like loved him.
Thank
It is
you.
great. Have you
Thank
seen
you.
the new special?
I don't think so.
That is the new one.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
The,
I went to a show.
glad
of
you guys did your
yours and saw
research.
it. I went to a
I've
show
seen,
of yours
I've
and
seen
saw
the
it.
special.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it when it came out, actually.
I'm a true fan. Yeah.
You really are. How sweet. I think I may have done that bit at the show you came to, like the
Yeah.
first one, I think. My mom actually was having to like clean out his house before they could sell it after he passed away. And she found this giant box in the top of his closet of like all these old porn magazines and
New Fear Unlocked.
VHSs and cassette tapes. And she was like, I'm like
Vintage.
nervous to even throw it away. And I was like, do not dare throw it away.
Oh, that's yours.
She's gonna send it to me, and I want to do an unboxing
should do, like, a
video on
shrine.
YouTube.
So incredible.
A
Did
little
you find the
shrine in your
fleshlight?
house next to your auto.
No,
You've
the
gotta
fleshlight
put
was
it in a
gone.
glass case.
The
You've
fleshlight was
gotta.
gone,
probably took it with him.
unfortunately. Oh, you know they should have cremated him with it because he really did, and they cremated him with like funny things. Like he had a flip phone for up until like the last year of his life. They cremated him with his flip phone.
Oh, that's
Like
cute.
little, like apparently you can do that with like very special small items. You can do that for
Ooh,
them.
I want to be. What do you want to
Wow.
be cremated with?
It's a,
Yeah, honest.
blue
I'm
vape.
being cremated with this in my hand, 100%.
Rolex and like a Cartier ring.
I'm so sick of you. I don't even think it'll burn.
That's why.
metal. If it's hot enough, I don't know how hot it
I
has
think it has
to
to be really hot.
How hot do you have to be to melt a body?
Fahrenheit 251.
Is that really the
Oh
answer?
no, Fahrenheit 451. That's books. They burn books.
Oh.
In
like
Fahrenheit.
it
You
doesn't
didn't
have to
read.
be
You
that
had to
hot.
have read that in school.
Ari keeps reading books that are like that, like Fahrenheit 451, like Tom Sawyer, like just like what?
Do you ever ask someone their favorite book and they're like Huckleberry Finn, and you're like, yeah, like you did
I
not
do
read.
love The
You did
Outsiders,
not
though.
read that
I
on
do love
purpose.
The Outsiders. I'm trying to think of what the last book was that I read.
Not a reader.
I am, but very weird things. I love like Stephen King books, and I love
Ooh, I love
history books.
Oh,
So like the most fiction and the most true.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm like, I love history.
nerd.
Well, Matt,
Tana.
thank you so much for coming on this episode of Canceled. I
Well,
think that
thank
you successfully weaved and dodged through everything, and
I try.
you-
They'll find something.
I don't think
they'll
we can
find
cancel you for
something.
Fingers
anything on this
crossed they
episode,
do,
which makes
you know?
me so sad.
No, I'm sure they'll take something. This-
Honestly, no. I'm about to get in the edit and chop and screw a bunch of words you said together. Like, I love Chris Brown. I'm buying him
he
a
said
house.
he hates Asian people.
you guys are the worst.